throws for the end zone. Touchdown, Parker. Picked off by Xavier Howard. Tagovailoa trying to pick up for it. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown! That hard work.
What's good, Finn Nation? What's good? It's your boy Reason back here for another one. I know I said Monday I'd be bringing you guys that free agent stuff, but I'll be actually bringing that Wednesday. I was under the weather all weekend, so yeah, I even went and got the COVID test and everything on Saturday. Came back negative, so bless up. That wasn't the issue, but yeah, I was under the weather. I'm feeling a bit better today, so gonna get back to it. I'll have that for you guys on Wednesday. You can basically mark that down. Got all the graphics ready, clips, just got to put it all together. So yeah, that'll be coming on Wednesday. Guys, there's some huge news when you just talk about the Senior Bowl right now. If people didn't know, when they announced the receivers for each team, guys, they basically what they did. Well, let's get into it right now. Okay. Let's hop right into it. All right. So basically over the weekend, multiple things happened. One, and there are some good names on this list. So let's start here. The running backs were announced for the Miami Dolphins. Armando Stevenson from Oklahoma. Good kid. He just missed my top 10 of my big board. I just finished ironed out. I finished my wide receiver, my linebacker. I finished wide receiver, linebacker. I finished my running back big board, and I'm halfway done my tackle and my center because, like I said, I might mix those. So, anyways, Ramondre Stevenson just missed out for me in my top 10. Michael Carter is in my top 10. Khalil Herbert is a very, very good day three sleeper. He's someone who you guys might have heard Damien talk a lot about. He is a good sleeper. So these are three solid running backs that our staff will be working with. So that's an exciting list, to be honest with you. There's some good names there. Specifically, I love Michael Carter. I love both backs. Y'all know how I feel about Javonte Williams. He's my running back 2. Behind only Najee, and it's like 1A, 1B. They could go either way for me with Javonte and Najee. Yeah, I have them higher than Etienne. Javonte does it all, man. So Michael Carter is he's a very good talent too. So that's very interesting. Something to keep an eye on, especially because we're going to be so needy. I mean, me and Rhino did a mock draft just us yesterday backstage, and we doubled up. We actually did a draft where we got Javonte Williams and Michael Carter in the same draft. So I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm just saying Michael Carter is someone definitely to keep, people call him a gadget guy, but I feel like he's so much more. So good little list of 3 players for everyone to keep their eye on when it comes to the Senior Bowl. Now, continuing forward, and this is where things get very, very interesting. They announced the wide receivers that we will be coaching at the Senior Bowl just yesterday. And if you'll notice here, K. Johnson, Demetric Felton, which is surprising because, he also played running back as well. So he's listing himself officially as a wide receiver at UCLA. Nico Collins, one of the faster wide receivers in the draft. Tylan Wallace, Oklahoma State. I think he's kind of overrated. Not a huge fan. I think Frank Darby right here, as you all know, I'm a huge what's his face? The Arizona State, the Sun Devils QB. Y'all know I love him, Jalen Daniels. So Frank Darby is one of his receivers. He's coming out, so he's a day 3 guy. But here's the thing, guys. If we go through and we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? Well, the Carolina Panthers, the team that they're coaching, first of all, they had like Shi Smith. They had some pretty good names on their list, but they had 9. They had 9 receivers on their announced list. Why does this matter, Reason? This matters because as of this morning, I am absolutely shocked. I'm shocked because usually seniors who are, top 5 picks, top 10 picks coming off a Heisman don't go to the Senior Bowl, especially under these circumstances. Well, guess what? Devonta Smith, as of this morning, accepted his invite. Again, currently, the Dolphins only have 8 receivers on their team at the Senior Bowl. The Carolina Panthers have 9. Guys, this matters because Devonta Smith is going to be coached by the Miami Dolphins coaching staff. This is big, 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 big news, man. He'll be meeting with the teams, and he's not going to be he's not going to put his body on the line. But you know why he's going out there? He's going out there because he wants to meet with Flo and the Dolphins. I'm telling you right now, right? This is about laying the landscape, and I've been banging the table for Penei Sewell for about 8 or 9 months. For what? Maybe what are we at? 3 or 4 months now. I've been saying Devonta Smith or Jalen Waddle are the best options in this draft at receiver, right? And when I did my top 25 list of players to watch, Devonta Smith was the first receiver on that list. And now that he's taking this step, I'm just saying, he wants to play with Tua Tagovailoa at the next level, guys. And I'm telling you right now, do not think for a second Tua Tagovailoa doesn't have the ear of his coaching staff and whomever that new coordinator is going to be. This is huge, huge news. I love it. I love it because you know what? Even if he's just going there to meet with everyone and, shake some hands and sit down and interview, the fact that he is doing this under these circumstances, he's just won a Heisman. He got no reason to, but he wants to. And we all know what's the one thing besides evaluation when it comes to draft pick that this franchise values. Everyone just sticks to the valuation. The other thing is what? Right? Character. That's why Dante Collinelli brought up that he doesn't think Parsons is a Flores guy because there's character concerns. There's multiple reports and 2 separate incidents of Micah Parsons being involved with player hazing at college. Now, we come from the Bullygate. Y'all, we don't even got to go into that. I just got to say the words Bullygate. Micah Parsons, y'all know how I feel about him. I was talking about this kid, again, another guy like Penei Sewell on the other platform where I was talking about him before anyone was. All right? Before anyone was. Easily. But, again, subjective opinion of the player aside, objectively, a kid who's been accused of hazing not once but twice. Do you think this coaching staff would like that at 3? Or a kid like this who, coming off a Heisman, he got nothing to prove, but he says, I want to come and I want to meet all of you. I'm just saying, that makes an impression. I'm telling you, if Penei Sewell is gone at 3, this team will not trade back. Devonta Smith, I'm starting to truly believe Devonta Smith or Jalen Waddle will be the pick at 3. I really don't see them. I keep telling you, would I mind a trade back to acquire some more picks? No, of course not. Who would? But I think this team is beyond building for 2 years down the line or next year. They're not about that. They're about now it's the year. Listen, year 1, tear down. Year 2, rebuild the defense in your image and sprinkle offensive assets when you can that make sense at positions of need, i.e. a quarterback, i.e. a tackle, etc. Okay? Year 3, what is it? Now you just reverse year 2. Now year 3 is build the offense in your image and sprinkle in final needs and depth pieces on both sides of the ball. So, Michael Pulisic, he's like, reason I've seen in multiple places that some people are ranking Slater higher than Sewell. Can this be true? It could be. I mean, go look at Rhino. I took Rhino on a little tape journey of just a little journey of Slater, just to see his development from his freshman to where he is now. And even Rhino noticed the massive improvement. Rashawn Slater's my OT too, hands down. Then behind him, it gets finicky, right? It's like, do you like Darisaw? Do you like Cosme? Which one? I like Cosme. I like Darisaw too, but there's something I like about Cosme. Cosme has reps at right tackle too, and left. Darisaw. So okay, so do I? Can it be true? It can be true. Here's another thing: this staff could cover a guy like Rashawn Slater more than Penei Sewell. I can't go against my own grain and the own narrative I've set. And y'all might think I'm crazy for saying this, but here's the context to why I'm saying that. What have I said, whether it's on the defensive side of the ball, the offensive side of the ball? They like multi-positional guys, right? They like guys they can move around, right? Here's the thing. Slater's got reps at center, guard, and tackle. That's a rarity. A guy who can legit play tackle, who could legit play guard, or could play center for you, that is a freaking rarity, man. That is a very, very rare thing. And he is a big man. I don't know if anyone of y'all have watched him at Northwestern. He's a very, very big man. That's 70 on his jersey. It looks like that big. Jeremy says, Reason, how do you feel about Dizzle Moses at 18? Too rich for my blood, my sir. Way too rich for my blood. Way, way, way too rich. Yeah, so am I. Yeah, but I'm surprised Felton moved to wide receiver. That shocks me. I thought he'd be So guys, big, big, big news there. I'm just saying Devonta Smith is making an impression, laying some groundwork, putting down it's to talk about Armando about why they might kick him inside, but I think he's good enough to play tackle. But people are sleeping on my boy Cosme. Everyone knows I've been high on Cosme for a while. I saw Dante loving him, moving him up his boards and stuff like that too. So yeah, big news with Devonta Smith, guys. Tua Tagovailoa, he was at the national championship game. You got to think Tua's probably in on the plan and the vision of moving forward. Not sitting here saying he's making decisions and stuff, but I'm sitting here and saying, I think he has a grip. That's why I don't think he's going to be traded. I think it's all nonsense. We'll get into it because it's crazy that everyone's just not living it down. Just give me 1 sec, guys. Let me just send the wife my lunch order. So yeah, that's where I'm at with it. I think with all right. So I think that Devonta Smith this is the character stuff they look for, guys. That's all I'm going to sit here and say. I think that there's, and it's a smart play too. On his part, it's a very, very smart play. Because here's what Devonta Smith has done by declaring and putting himself in the position, guys. Here you go. Ready? Boom. The financial impact of this decision, like is said here by Coast to Coast Scouting, could be huge. Here are the contract values from year by year, from last year by draft slot. Sorry. So the number 3 pick made 33.5. The number 6 pick made 26.6. Tua was making he made about 30, just around 30. It was like 30.5. And then there you go. So you see the numbers. So Smith has an opportunity for a massive payday if he can entice Miami into taking him at number 3. And the other thing is it's in Mobile, Alabama, so that makes it real, real easy for him. So there you go, guys. Huge, huge news. Absolute great stuff. You love to see a kid willing to put the work in and, all the reason in the world to take the day off. And he's out there looking to impress. So I love that, man. I love that. Esteban, I don't know. I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall for the Robert Saleh meeting and to hear what his plan was if it involves Darnold. I mean, I told you all that offense does suit Darnold, but at the same time, because I didn't know who the candidates were, I showed you all the incarcerated Bob report. Do they take Zach Wilson? Because Zach Wilson would fit that scheme very well too. So the thing is, or do they dump? Here's the other thing people need to realize. They need a receiver. I'm not saying they're going to take a receiver at 2. They need a receiver at 2. Joe Douglas could also, because he has Becton and doesn't want to pay another tackle, he could turn around and say, hey, he could be the one that's dangling the pick for the second quarterback. Douglas could turn that number 2 pick into more. So, because they're more into rebuild while we're in the middle of trying to put the product together so we can win. So we're at a different stage. So that's Kenny Waddle has declared. Jalen Waddle has officially declared. So he declared like the day after the national championship. So all right, so there's some more. I'm gonna open it up to you guys too because I want to hear everyone's thoughts on all this stuff. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Dolphin. I think Joe Douglas is going to try and accumulate more draft capital because they got the 27th, right? They could try who wants Zach, who wants Justin. Boom, move them up. They move back, stay in the top 10. They take a Jamar Chase, a Waddle, or Devonta Smith, right? And then at 27, they do something again. Maybe they take one of the top running backs, you know? So I'm just saying that's it. Michael, my thing is Darnold fits the scheme and like the scheme that that he's coming over with LaFleur. And the other problem is he might have made the pitch that I can save the kid. Personally, I think they should trade him. I think everyone needs a fresh start. And it's not about question of talent, none of that. I think it's just you need to hit the reboot. Like Joe Douglas needs to start putting his team together, and Darnold isn't his quarterback. So, all right, let's keep it rolling because there was some big news, guys. This is some big stuff. You know, I've been telling you guys in terms of, look at Antonio Callaway, right? I had brought up, Matt Breida, right? And if people follow me on Twitter, what was the correlation that I had been telling people, what was the correlation between one's not with the team, one's a free agent, all right? Well, something real shady happened yesterday, guys. Something real shady, and we'll get into the Watson stuff right after this, and then I'll open it up to you guys. But in terms of shadiness, the homie Vince Biegel, Vincey, we gotta talk, my friend, because it is not a good situation right now. So, what happened? He has since deleted it, but the internet forever wins and everything stays some way, somehow on the internet. What happened yesterday? Well, Field Yates replied to the original report about Adam Schefter, talking about how, Watson would probably play his last snap, et cetera, et cetera. And what does Vince Biegel go ahead and do? This man goes ahead and does this nonsense. And, Vince, and if people don't know what this is, that's that Jack Nicholson head nodding gif from Anger Management. And Vince, there's stupid, and then there's borderline, you're missing a chromosome when you make this type of decision. And Vince, you're currently, first of all, if that was you, the defensive player who was talking the ish, buddy, you went down like day 2 into freaking training camp. Stop. All right. Everything else you've been saying, if this is you, Everything else you've been saying, you've been watching from the comfort of your own house. All right? Please. All right? So, like clown stuff, man. And, I got no remorse for this. Like, I'm going to tell y'all right now, I got absolutely no, and I'm going to show y'all what I'm talking about right now so y'all can see it in live time. So there's the screenshot of it. That's what he's replying to. And now you can see exactly what I'm talking about because this man is on some next clownness. Shout out to Fanatic for hitting this. And this is exactly in time so y'all can see the screen recording. Y'all can see how he's doing it. Vince Biegel, bro. Did we catch you red-handed, my friend? Did we catch you red-handed, dog? I got to ask you the question, Vince. All right? Because you know what? I actually wanted to see what you could do on this team. But, buddy, if I was in charge right now, your ass would be so cut, you would have little slice marks everywhere until literally your glutes fall out. All right? That's how fast and how quick and how badly your ass would be cut if Reason was the coach or if Reason was the GM. This is ridiculous, man. Because, like, talk about, bro, like, I've told people up here, I've played with them, you've seen them, you've heard them in interviews. Okay, every sport has meatheads. Every sport has meatheads. There's no denying that, right? There's some guys who just aren't very smart. They just are talented. Go get them, kid. Boom, they get their job done. Now, on the flip side, you talk about someone's ability to read the room. All right? This is like meathead level of ability to read the room, considering what the reports have been lately throughout the Miami media, Vince. Like, good God almighty. Like, you know what's embarrassing, Vince Biegel? Is that you have yourself as a Miami Dolphin in your picture right now, in your little profile pic, yet you might as well Photoshop a picture of you with Forrest Gump's face on your ass. Because this is ridiculous. Because how dumb can you be? Like, I'm serious. Like, this is next level of stupid. Like, this is literally next level of dumbass. Like, good God almighty. And you thought this, what you thought? You thought you got a little check mark beside your name, and you thought no one was going to screenshot this knowing how Dolphin social media is. That makes you even more retarded. Pardon my language. I apologize for using that word, but I couldn't pick another word to say. Good God. Jesus, this is like mongoloid levels of intelligence right here. Good God almighty. And Vince Biegel, you're an embarrassment as a teammate. Quite frankly. And you're an embarrassment to the logo. And you're an embarrassment to the colors. And you're an embarrassment to this fan base. And you're an embarrassment, quite frankly, to the NFL, man. Because, I mean, look at this. The lack of unity, the lack of loyalty. You are out here with 9 games in to this kid and you're throwing him under the bus. And why I say you're an embarrassment to the NFL? Because if I was a player, if I was an executive, if I was a coach at any level in the NFL right now, I wouldn't want you on my team. So yeah, NFL-wide, you're an embarrassment. I wouldn't want you on my team. Because I would look at you and I go, I know I'll go to war. This guy, he ain't going to go to war with me. He'll just be looking at how he can replace me if I don't live up to his standards. And here's the thing, Vince. What are your standards? What have you done? What have you done? At least Tua has won us and brought us back 2 fourth quarter comebacks. What have you done for us? Literally, what have you done? Tua's got more wins as a Dolphins starting quarterback than you have impactful plays in your NFL career, and you're out here doing this? For real? Seriously? Like, buddy, let me tell you this one. You know, to have any foundation or any grounds on to stand on, to be out here and calling someone out at the same level as you in terms of the NFL for, being upgraded, or you're implying that, obviously Tua needs to be upgraded. Buddy, let's start at your position first. Who do you think they're going to upgrade? Vince Biegel or Tua Tagovailoa if they had the chance? Bro, in under these circumstances of what's been going on for the past 2 weeks, and this is just with like Armando's article. I'm not even talking about the Watson rumors right now. In terms of the leaking, and you go and do this? Like, bro, like, how are you smart enough to pick up a playbook if you're not smart enough to read the room like this? Jesus. Like, seriously. Like, this is common sense. Like, you, like, lacking common sense supremely worries me about how intelligent of an individual you really are. Because usually those who lack common sense are the most ignorant individuals of them all, and they're the last ones any of us ever even want to have a conversation with, let alone know or have on our football team. So as far as I'm concerned, Vince, that's me stamping your bus ticket. Get the hell off of our team. Get the hell out of our city. Don't ever come back. For real. Because I didn't, there was someone I talked about being the other player, the defensive player potentially being the one that was talking ish, but I should have followed my own advice. And my own advice was peace to all these guys who are contracts done or they've been recently let go. And Vince, you fall under that. For real. Like, that is some shady, shady shit. Right? And I could be really dropping some info and tying this into some other stuff that's been going on behind the scenes right now. But I won't. I'll leave that out because guess what, Tua? I feel your pain, my friend. And again, Dolphins Twitter continues to be unbeaten because what happened to you, Vincey boy, when you did that? It's been changed since, I'm pretty sure, guys. But bam, we got you real good, Vincey, didn't we? He was one of the 3 anonymous sources used in the Miami Herald article written by Armando Salguero, stating his displeasure for quarterback Tua Tagovailoa. Oh, Dolphins Twitter, you are undefeated. You are undefeated, and I love you for it. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely fantastic stuff. So, I mean, good God almighty. Goodbye, Vincey Biegel. You are Reason's jabroni of the week. Goodbye, good night, and bang. All right? Continuing on. Let's keep it rolling because, good God almighty, this will just not end, will it? Let's hop right into it because everyone loves the Deshaun Watson stuff. And then I'm going to open it up to you guys. So let's start off. Where do we start? All right. So let's start off with the smallest little excerpt in the world. If you have your magnifying glass next to you, pull it out, because I'm pulling mine. So, one source told ESPN Sarah Barshop that the Texans have had internal conversations about possible trade partners and what the quarterback position would look like in the future without Watson. So, this is gaining legs. Let's continue on because there's more to this one for sure. Now, Dov Kleiman, he had a pretty good thread going on yesterday, and let's go with the first one. League sources believe that the Texans QB Deshaun Watson has played his last snap for the Texans, and the Dolphins are his preferred destination, according to Adam Schefter and Mort Report. Now, that's true and, a little bit in the sense of, And so what they're basically talking about is what happened yesterday is we'll go to it. Let's go to it right now. So Adam Schefter yesterday, I'll just go straight through it. I don't have it pulled up, but I don't need it pulled up because I know it's just yesterday. So we'll go through it together. And shout out to Dan Campbell for getting a head coaching job. I told y'all before, man, I would have ran through a wall for that guy when he was our coach. Anyways, continuing. Now, there's the article. So here's the thing. So he said there's no team out there positioned than the New York Jets to put together a trade package, correct? And everyone was like, oh, rah, 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 rah. And then that's where Mort Report came in. Mort Report came in and he go to tweets and replies. He came in and he brought up Deshaun Watson and the state tax. And that's where that Mort Report, I just want to bring up the actual tweet for you guys so you can see it. That's where it came up, like in terms of that's where the Mort Report continuing. So right here, where it says there's no other team positioned than the New York Jets, right? Again, that's the one I just showed you, correct? Well, here is Mort's. He says, Watson has a no trade cost, so controls destination. Did I miss something? Like no state taxes anymore in New Jersey. Florida has no state tax. Dolphins already playoff caliber team with 10-win season and happen to own number 3 pick overall, courtesy of the Texans. Just saying. So it continues, and then Joe Shad even decided he was going to report on it, and Joe Shad's report was the following. Bring it up. He says a source close to Watson told Mortensen that the Dolphins remain prominent as an acceptable landing spot because the quarterback likes the culture he has observed under Miami head coach Brian Flores, and there are no state income taxes in Florida. See? You see how Mort suggesting has turned into this whole thing? So here we go. So there you go. So that's the thing. So now let's show you guys. This was from yesterday, a little excerpt. And it's going to talk about us, and that's the only reason I'm bringing it up. There was an excerpt today talking about Watson on Get Up. I'm not going to play it because it didn't talk about us, really. It talked about us at the beginning a tad, but it's the same thing as what I'm about to show you, basically. So, here you go.
And Mort, there are people who believe that Watson will never play another down for the Houston Texans.
Guys, can you just let me know, is that audio working? Let me know if that audio is working in the chat, if you can, guys. Let me share that again. It was working? Beautiful. Okay, thank you. So yeah, here you go, guys. Here it is. Here is the audio.
And Mort, there are people who believe that Watson will never play another down for the Houston Texans. We'll see whether that holds up or not. But there are a number of people within the Texans organization who are unhappy with the events of the offseason. Players, business members on the business side of events, all sorts of people unhappy. In fact, one person connected to the organization said this weekend that the Texans have the least desirable head coaching job. They've gone from the least desirable head coaching job to the most undesirable head coaching job. And the
sources confirm the Dolphins remain a preferred destination because Brian Flores has built a culture there that he likes. And oh, by the way, not a bad side benefit is Florida, no state tax.
So there you go. Again, they brought up the state tax. You see, that's what it's all about. So let's look at a few things, all right? Because I know everyone keeps going. There's some fire to this. There's some fire to this. Da 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 da. All right, so here's where I'm at with this. Now, I'm going to be consistent. I'm going to stay consistent. I'm not going to switch up. This is my thinking. If this is going to happen, Nick Castro's going to have to lose it. I don't believe he's going to want to lose it. If it's going to happen, Flores and Greer are going to have to win the trade because they don't look like guys, and they haven't given us the impression that they're guys that will lose trades. So that's an issue. So now you have that as an issue. Now, you could get to a point where because he has a no trade clause, you're in a position where there's nothing you can do about it, right? I heard it today. They talked about the whole NBA situation. This is basically an NBA situation with the no trade clause. Now, here's my issue. Again, I'm going to say this is the most I would give for this kid. I'll give you the 18th. I'll give you the 50th. I'll give you the first next year and a roster player. I'm not giving any more. I'm not giving you the third. I'm not giving you the 36th. I'm not giving you picks back from the Laramie Tunsil trade. Not happening. That's the best I'm giving because they are now at our mercy due to his trade clause. But what's being reported is more teams are getting involved and lining up packages. This is not going to be a one-team race if this happens. But people have to look at this too. There's more to this that no one's talking about. Now, let's look at the Houston Texans salary cap, okay? So, heading into next season, they're at, right now, okay, their estimated cap space, all right, they're at negative $21 million. All right? They're at negative $21 million. They have to shed cap. All right? Here's your issue. Now, again, I've showed you. They're at negative $21 million. We've all seen this number now, right? You've all seen that. It's all right here. Negative 21. All right? Except these cookies. And Spot Track, guys, you guys got the slowest site in the world. Do something about it. So, they're at negative 21 million. All right? Here are the implications of if the Texans trade Deshaun Watson. This is the math. So, and obviously this is if he comes here, right? But they are already at negative 21 million. They will be accruing another 21 million of dead cap on top of the negative 21 million they have. So what does this tell you? This tells you the only way they're trading Watson is if they're about to enter a legitimate 3-year rebuild because of all the money that they're going to be eating in dead cap over those first 3 years. Like this is, you know, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. And, you know, again, the most I'm offering these guys is the 18th, the 50th, the first next year, and a roster player. And if that roster player they want is Tua, then guess what? There's your third first overall pick. Because guess what? He was a top 5 pick. But I don't want to trade Tua. I'm just telling you, like, that's the most I could absolutely handle. And I don't think that's enough for them. They're going to want an absolute treasure trove. He needs a treasure trove, man. It's just about finding the right partner willing to pay up that Watson will take a trade to. That's your issue. But I tell you guys, the 49ers and the Redskins make the most sense. Now, will he go to Washington? I don't know, but they're building a new culture there with Ron Rivera. You know, the 49ers make the most sense to me if I was him. Because, I mean, they could give you Deebo Samuel. They could give you Jimmy G. They could give you the 12th pick, 2 firsts, and a couple of seconds, and that wouldn't slow their process because you come in and Brandon Ayuk's there. Kittle's still there. They've still got the running game. They've still got the defense. So, you know, that makes sense. Like, this is a trade for a team because of what the asking price is going to be, I think. This is a trade for a team that's like one piece away. This is not like we are rebuilding our offense. Like, that's what I'm sitting here and saying. Like, the Rams too, EO. That's a great point. The Rams they could give you Goff, which has a huge contract. They could give you Goff. They could give you they could give you pieces, and they could give you a whole bunch of stuff, and Watson would ball out in that offense. But that's another team that makes sense too. Like, I just don't think, like, we're not. Here's the thing. When he had D-Hop, Fuller, even Lamar Miller, other than the offensive line wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great. It was like mediocre, I guess. But he had better weapons, and he couldn't win. We don't have a D-Hop to offer him. Hell, we don't have a healthy Will Fuller to offer him. And yet he's going to come here and be the difference to winning a Super Bowl. I mean, give me a break. I don't buy that for 1 sec. Like, 1 sec. That's why you need to rob the Texans of him, because you need all the assets to build, because you're going to be putting financial assets towards this guy. So it just doesn't make sense. It really just doesn't right now. And I'm dropping the link for you guys if you want to come on and talk about this. I just don't think right now this is the move. I might be wrong. Hey, but they don't seem like the guys that are going to start the ship of a rebuild, get out to the middle of the Atlantic, halfway towards reaching the coast. All they got to do is build that offense, and they're going to jump overboard for another ship that comes by. I don't see that. Flores and Greer don't strike me as short-term solution guys, because they haven't done that this way so far. They haven't. Why are they all of a sudden going to do it now? I don't know, man. It doesn't match their pattern and who they are and who they've shown us to be. So, I mean, I'm not hating on Watson if he comes here. Again, if he comes here and he's in the aqua and orange, he's in the aqua and orange. What do I got to say? But it's not their pattern. That's what I'm sitting here saying. Like, it doesn't. They haven't led anyone to believe that they'd make this type of move yet. If it was the right price, they would. I'm talking about under the circumstances. Joe B, what's up, buddy?
What's up, man?
How you doing?
Oh, man, I'm good, man. It's shout out to MLK Day, man. I'm still at work, but it's all good.
Got to get that paper. The money don't sleep, bro.
I know that's right. Man, let me throw this out at you. Man, wow, I can't believe I'm the first one on. Let me throw this at you. What if, so you're saying if we give that 3 and 2022 first, we can't build with that 18 and those 2 seconds in this draft?
I don't want to give them the 3rd back, because then why did I trade Larry Tunsil? Because now I've traded Larry Tunsil for a 1st and 2 seconds.
But we traded Larry Tunsil to get in a situation. So this is just me. If I'm playing GM, I traded Larry Tunsil because I was building this team from the foundation, because I wanted to be in a position so I can draft the top quarterback, which is I didn't know I was gonna, when I drafted that quarterback tour, I didn't know I could have been in a situation where I can get an elite quarterback the following year in a trade.
Yeah, but that's why I'm trying to give up the 18th. I'll give you my pick. I'm not going to give you your pick back.
The only reason they trade Watson is because they wanted the GM and the new coach don't want to choose their quarterback. So
but if I'm giving, but if Tua is the player, you're adding to that as well. I'm giving you a top 5 pick technically.
Oh no, I'm not giving up Tua. And here's the thing: do they even want to? Because they didn't choose. The GM didn't choose Tua. The new coach is not going to choose Tua. They want that 3rd pick because they want to choose their own quarterback. They want to stamp their own quarterback personally. That's why they want that 3rd pick.
And that's where you need to play your role as a GM and play hardball and say, this guy's got a no trade clause. Guess what, buddy? He wants to come here. It's under this is what I'm offering you.
So like this, I wouldn't even step in the room with the Houston if I don't at that combine, if I don't have some side, because that's where the deals go down. If I don't have no sideway deal with him already, Deshaun Watson, I wouldn't even come to the table with Houston. I gotta know that, hey, he's gonna give up. He already want to come to Miami. I already know that, and because if they try to trade him anywhere else, he's gonna deny it and just sit out. Because remember, he signed his contract, so he's sitting on this past season's bonus already. So he
okay. Here's my thing, and this is why is no one asking? Why is no one giving Deshaun Watson shit for the fact that he signed his contract after Hop was traded, after all this crap went down? He knew what the hell he was re-upping in. That's my issue with this. He knew exactly what the hell he was getting into. Yeah, but he could have got that money anywhere. This isn't the NBA. This isn't. Yeah, but this isn't the NBA where only the team that drafts you can offer you a max contract.
I know, but you want to take the bag that you because he's doing stuff for the city. You know what I'm saying? And he there. So
but what does that what does that matter if he wants to leave anyways? What he's doing for the city?
But he only want to leave after the last shoe drop when they disrespected his football IQ when they saying, oh man, you don't got nothing to do with this next regime. And that was the last shoe. So now he said, all right, I'm gone. I'm gonna go now. I can dictate where I want to be. You gave me my money, so now I'm gonna dictate where I can go. And they seeing all this LeBron stuff with the barbershop, how athletes need to choose where they
hold on. Can I ask you something? I have to ask because I gotta say this, and I don't know how to say this without saying it like pretty bluntly. What the fuck has he done to earn the right to pick who his coach or his GM is? Last I checked, he hasn't even won an AFC championship.
He's made them relevant for the last year. For the last years he's been there. He's made them relevant.
So Brady won 6 Super Bowls and didn't have that kind of input.
Because Brady's coach was a dictator.
Yeah, but Brady's the best ever. Guess what Brady did? Sat back, played his role, and said, my job is to go out and win football games, not worry about who my head coach is. Because guess what? But here's the thing. Hold on, I'm not done yet. Because here's the thing. I've talked to people close to circles. Buddy, there's a reason why Bieniemy hasn't got a job. Interviews poorly, and the belief is that it's Andy Reid and Mike Kafka that are why Patrick Mahomes is where he is. That's why Bieniemy is not highly regarded as an offensive. Do you know who the passing game coordinator is? It's Kafka. It's not Bieniemy. Bieniemy does not call plays. That's what I'm sitting here and saying. So, there's a reason why. Do you know? Here's the thing. The Texans aren't the first team to pass on Bieniemy. The guy's been passed on for 2 years now. There was even word coming out before that even after they announced that they were going to interview him, that there's belief in NFL circles right now that Bieniemy again is going to come out of this cycle with no job. Because here's the thing. Listen, I'm the guy who comes up here and says people need to be supporting historical black colleges, et cetera, et cetera. I come up here and I say all this. This is not a race. See, here's the thing. Watson's trying to turn this, I get, buddy. First of all, everyone knows Cal McNair's a racist. I don't know why you re-up there anyways. But anyways, when you talk about Eric Bieniemy is not going to change the culture. That's what I'm sitting here and saying. This guy is he thinks that bringing in an African-American head coach like Bieniemy is going to change the culture. But what I'm saying is he's not bringing in Brian Flores. He's bringing in a guy who's probably not going to work out. Whereas if you brought in a Brian Flores, he's going to work out. You know what I mean? And he's going to change that up. Eric Bieniemy, the guy's going to come in. If that guy fails under a racist owner, what do you think the racist owner is going to say? He's never going to hire a black coach ever again.
But here's the thing. White coach said, now let me just say that you went here first. I didn't want to go here, but you went here. White coaches have numerous times failed up. They do a bad job and then get another head job.
Yeah, out of Gase.
Eric Bieniemy is connected to a winning program, and we can say it's a million reasons that he's not being hired.
But you can be connected.
One of those million reasons could be that he's black.
But it's one thing to be connected. Here's the thing.
That's the final straw for Watson.
Yeah, but you're forgetting everything that's being talked about inside NFL circles. They're saying, yeah, you're connected to the Kansas City Chiefs, but you're not one of the vital reasons why they're doing what they're doing. And that matters. For making someone a head coach, that matters, man.
But right now, it's all what matters to Deshaun Watson. And Deshaun Watson sees this racist program.
But that's cool.
Hire one of the hottest black coaches.
Cool. But here's what I'm telling you. You're just hiring him because of the hype. You're going to lose with him. So what I'm sitting here and saying is you're missing the point. Like, it had nothing to do with race. I just said that you're not hiring Brian Flores, who's going to come in and be a successful, from what I understand, Eric Bieniemy is not going to be a very successful head coach. From the interviewing process and from everything that's going on in Kansas City. Like, I've heard rumblings that Mike Kafka might jump from quarterback. He's going to be getting interviewed in Philadelphia. A quarterback coach is going to be getting interviewed in Philadelphia, and Bieniemy's getting interviewed there too.
Yeah, I understand that, but the thing is, this is all about Deshaun Watson. He sees winning program connected to Eric Bieniemy, who is black, and this racist owner is not even giving him an interview chance.
Well, he did. He gave him an interview. He got him an interview.
But I'm saying, once he found out that Deshaun Watson wasn't happy, he said, "Okay, I'll interview him now." You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. It's all about what Deshaun Watson wants. And like I said, we could give up the third, because Houston gonna say, well, we want our if this quarterback don't want to be here, we want to choose our quarterback. So we're gonna get that third and choose the quarterback, and then we'll say, okay, I can see us saying, okay, we'll give you the third and we'll give you next year's one, and we'll build from Deshaun, get us somebody at 18, and get somebody on the line and receive in a second, and somebody on the line in a second. And I think we can go from there.
You want to get hold on. So what do you want to? What do you hold on? What do you want to give them?
The third and the one for next year.
That's
and we
it?
take Deshaun. Yeah, we take Deshaun and we build with that 18.
Buddy, they'll hang up on you, bro. I've already like, again, I like talked to Benjamin Albright about this, like, in my DMs, bro. Like, they will hang up on you for that, bro. He said, and I quote, he didn't even put it out publicly. He literally said, seeing all these trade scenarios that everyone's putting out are absolutely laughable. I'm telling you right now, it's going to take. Buddy, you're asking them, buddy. They traded 4 picks for Laremy Tunsil. You're asking them to take half that for Watson. That's not happening, bro. That Nick Castro, that GM will never have a job again, ever. You got a rookie GM. You got a rookie. Here's your problem. I guess you weren't listening to what I've been saying the past week. Your problem is you have a rookie GM, his first ever time as a GM. He's got to trade his franchise quarterback. Every executive and every fan in the league needs to know he won this trade. Or the problem is he'll never have a job ever again, and he'll be known as the guy that traded Deshaun Watson for the rest of his life. And this is a guy who was a Patriots executive first. No way he's doing that. He is not making that deal. What they're doing right now is, first of all, too, Deshaun Watson can't be traded till March 17th, right? You know that, right?
No.
You know that, right? He can't be traded till free agency.
Like I said, GMs fell up. They fell up. If you're the right complexion, you'll fell up. But I'm just saying.
And hold on. You know what the talk was yesterday about the team? Another team getting involved. You know who the team was, right?
Who was that? San Francisco?
The team that Reason told all of y'all a week and a half ago made the most sense with San Francisco is now getting involved, and they're rumored to be putting a package. Because here's the thing. See, everyone's falling for this okie doke, and it's so funny to me. When all this started, Watson was out of town. The agent was clearly leveraging Mortensen. That's why I brought it up. While all these other people are hold on. While all these other people are doing these little panels and stuff and playing fantasy GM, I brought it up. If you read the original tweet from Mort, That reeks of agent, because why would Deshaun Watson say, if you go read the original tweet, he literally says, I would go to Miami Dolphins for 2-end compensation. Why would Deshaun Watson give a damn about the compensation? All he would care about is the location. That tells you the agent involved. Then what comes out? Hold on. Then what comes out right after that report? What comes out right after that report? That Deshaun Watson isn't even in town, isn't even in the country, and hasn't even had contact with anyone regarding this, okay? Now what happens? All they're doing is they're leveraging this team with the draft capital and everything we have, because what was the rumor right a week before the Watson stuff? What was the deal? Oh, the Dolphins are going to move off Tua, and we're going to use the 3rd pick to draft a quarterback. Agent, boom. They're the team where there's a quarterback disillusion going on right now. Boom. We got 2 months. 2 months to do what? To put it out there that this guy isn't happy. And you really think they're so narrow-sighted, they're so short-sighted that they think it's Miami or nothing? No. What they're doing is they're setting up a whole bunch of suitors so Deshaun Watson, with his no trade clause, can pick and choose where he wants to go. That's exactly what they're setting up for, because they know they got till March 17th, and they're starting this, and the playoffs aren't even done, and they've started this literally around January 10th, about, 2 months and a week out from when something can even be done. That is how they're leveraging it. They are using the Dolphins, whether he wants to come here or not, they're using the Dolphins to show this guy's willing to go out and he wants to leave. And what's that going to do? That's going to stir up interest from other potential suitors, especially teams like San Fran, who are one piece away. They can offer you Jimmy G, Debo, the 12th pick, and they can afford 2 more firsts, because that won't hurt them where they are because they're in the NFC as well. Like, that's what I'm sitting here and saying. They are a lot closer to winning a championship in the NFC right now, the 49ers are than we would be with Watson if that trade goes through. And anyone who argues that is delusional, because they got a lot more in place than we do. So, I mean, they even got Trent Williams.
I would say our defense is better than San Francisco's, and I would say
yeah, but we're in the AFC. They're in the NFC. They got a way easier path to the Super Bowl than what we have, bro. Way easier path.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but still,
he could go to the Washington Redskins for the 19th pick, 2 firsts, Matt Ioannidis, one of the best defensive linemen in the game right now. Literally, that wouldn't hurt them. 2 second-round picks, and now you're pairing them with Antonio Gibson, Terry McLaurin. You got that beast defense on the come-up, and you're in the NFC least. Deshaun Watson would win a division title every year and would be in the playoffs every year. And in the NFC, out of the East, we've seen an 8-8 Eli Manning win a Super Bowl in the NFC. You would never win a Super Bowl in the AFC at 8-8. Never. And now that we're seeing the parity with the dynasty dead in New England, we're 10-6 with a 7th seed doesn't even get you into the playoffs. No. The most smart money would be I could go to the 49ers and I could win 2, 3, 4 in a row probably, or at least buddy, if they can go with Colin Kaepernick, all right, I think we can all agree that Deshaun Watson is far better than what Colin Kaepernick could ever dream to be. And I'm just sitting here saying, and Mike Shanahan said, we don't even know who our offensive coordinator is. You go put that guy in Mike Shanahan's system, buddy, it'll be over for the league in a wrap. Now, again, could we trade for him? Sure. Again, I will say this. The only way we trade for him is if we win the trade. And I don't see a rookie GM purposely or knowingly or willingly losing a trade. Just not happening. He'll never get a job again. If they don't come out of it, they will literally never, ever get a job again. Like, that is, people don't think about, like, some guy's putting his ass on the line. And it's crazy, man. But if we can win the trade, if we can,
Jimmy G, that's a win. So
Yeah, but
and,
here's the thing, bro. This guy had D-Hop, a healthy Will Fuller, Lamar Miller. He had way better than what we can offer him here, and he couldn't even get to an AFC championship. Yet we're gonna give him bare cupboards, but we got a really good defense. We got a really good defense when historically Dante is right. You cannot expect your defense to be a top 5 scoring defense every year. They regress naturally every year. That's just how it happens.
But I'm saying we're gonna, with the second round and that 18th pick, we're gonna give up. We're gonna build with them, and then you forgetting free agency. And what I'm saying is, Houston.
We only have $37.5 million in free agency. We got X that needs to be re-upped or extended, or money that needs to be fed his way, and like guarantee needs to be extended. You got to put 18 to 20 million towards. Dude, we did the draft picks last year. Even if you take them away, you got that 18th pick and you got that 36th pick still. You got to have about 15 million, 12 million put towards. So now we're at about 25 million of our 37.5 million is already used up between draft picks and XX. And then next year, that 90 million that everyone's talking about in 2022 doesn't include our draft class this year, doesn't include our draft class next year or any free agents we do next year, doesn't include Nick Needham's extension, which he's going to have to get because he's entering his last year and he's turning into one of the better slot guys in the league in just 1 year. So you're going to have to pay him slot money. I'm just sitting here and saying, and they're not going to start picking apart that secondary because that's the backbone of this defense. So money is going to go there. They're going to pay X. They're going to find a way to pay X.
If he trades and that GM want to win, he better take Tua other than Jimmy G.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. They could also offer you Debo because they still have Brandon Ayuk, and that literally wouldn't even hurt them because they also have Kittle, right? Like we can't like. That's what I'm sitting here saying. Like they can offer, like, yo, you want one piece because they want apparently. This is what the conversation starter is according to Benjamin Albright. I posted it here multiple times. 3 firsts, 3 seconds, and a Pro Bowl player. That's literally what they want to start the conversation. That's been reported by Benjamin Albright, checked in with his Texan sources, been verified by Tony Pauline. That is what they want to start the conversation.
That's just a start. That's just a start. But
that's the start.
That's what a negotiation is. But when the guy holding the card is the quarterback, and he say he don't want to play.
Did you see their cap? They have
A, B, and C. And
they're in a position. There's already talk about they're in a position of letting him sit out this year if he doesn't play, and then dealing with it next year. Why? Because they're negative 21 million in the hole in cap space, and if they trade him, they got to eat another negative 21 million. So that puts them. That move would put them minus 42 million in the hole for this upcoming season.
I doubt if they don't have no draft capital right for this coming draft. I doubt if they let him hold out. They're gonna want to do
Schefter, and they've already started talking about that. There's been talk. That's why I brought up that.
I don't believe that could be that.
Money, because they would have to tear. Dude, again, if you trade him, you are minus 42 million. And do you realize how much money that is? Do you realize the contracts you have to move to get? Dude, Laramie Tunsil is 19 million, but it's fresh, and he's one of your youngest player. Other than that, your only other huge contract is JJ Watt, and that's only 17 million. Now you still got 25 million.
He wants to leave himself.
Now I still got 25, but you still got 25 million. But you still got 25 million.
They quarterback just sit on the wayside and don't do nothing with him. I don't believe that.
No, they wouldn't. Why would they?
Bro, this is a top quarterback, and he don't want to play for your organization.
Bro. Go talk to Texans fans, bro. I've talked to scouts who are Texans fans, bro. They are saying, make him sit. Get the best value out of him if you can't get it this year.
Wait. So Dan Marino was in his prime, and he didn't want to play for the Dolphins.
Buddy, he's 25. When you trade him, he's 26.
Wait. If Dan Marino was in his prime, and he don't want to play for the Dolphins, and the Dolphins just let him sit on the wayside, and we don't do nothing, you think that a fan base will let that slide? No. We want you doing either pay him his money or do some.
Dude, if the GM comes out to you and says, I'm getting lowballed and they're trying to rob me of him and I don't want to give him away for free, What, you're going to say trade him anyways? Go get your 4th and your 5th. You're going to say that. Because that's what's going to happen.
Give him on 4th and 5th, they're going to give him some first.
Yeah, bro, you're missing what I'm saying, dude. Like you're looking at this at face. You're doing exactly what I say is the problem with Dolphins. You're looking at it face value, bro. You're missing the whole context of this situation. There's money involved. Like you're not even taking that into account, dude. Like at all. Even if you cut JJ Watt, who's got dead cap, he's got a cap hit of 17 million. His dead cap is over 10 million. So you're still over 35 million, even if you cut that huge contract. That's what I'm sitting here and saying. There is money. They can't spend on free agency. They can't spend on draft picks if they don't. Like, there's money involved here. I literally just put up the numbers. I literally just put up the numbers, and you're acting like they didn't exist, bro, because it doesn't fit the Dolphins narrative, bro. Because it doesn't fit the Dolphins narrative.
But he holds the cards. He's saying, if I don't want to go here, I'm not going to go there.
And I already told you what they're playing, bro. I already said, why do you think they're starting this on January 10th when he can't? You didn't even know he couldn't be traded till March 17th, dude. Why do you think they started 2.5 months earlier? So they could set up suitors. Do you think they're doing it to force to one spot?
Everybody knows
so you can pick and choose where you want to go, man.
Thank you. And he wants to go to a certain place.
Buddy, you think there's only one place out of 32 teams he wants to go in the NFL? If you think that, I got a beat front. First of all, no, he hasn't. No, he hasn't. You have not heard words from Deshaun Watson's mouth. You've only heard from Mortensen, and the closest thing you've heard is sources close to Watson. You haven't even heard a direct quote from Deshaun Watson.
So athletes don't talk to their agents.
Okay, yes, some of them do, but all right.
That's clearly
didn't X talk through his agent. That's why he got to the media, and that's why he changed agents.
Like I said,
because he didn't like how his agent handled it.
Talk to their agent.
Hey guys, I'm sorry to butt in. Is it okay if I?
Bro, see, here's the thing, Joe B. You're so set in, like literally nothing anyone can say will turn you off Watson to Miami. So it's like talking to you like talking to a wall.
First of all, let me explain what I'm saying.
No, talking to you is like talking to a wall, bro. Like I hate to be the one to say
it. I'm not set in. I'm just saying. First of all, I'm not set in. I'm just saying.
Bro, you literally refuse to believe there's other teams. You literally said he's locked. You literally implied he's locked in on one team. You literally just implied that.
See, that's what you said. That's what you said.
That's what you said. That's what you said. You said out of his, and then I had to correct you that he hadn't even said anything yet.
Could I finish my statement? What I'm saying is he controls where he's going with the no trade clause. That's what I'm saying. He controls, and he wants to go to a specific place with the no trade clause. That's all I'm saying.
No, he's not. It's not about going to a specific place. It's about getting out of Houston. That's what. See, you think it because you've only heard one name, one place. You think it's all of a sudden Miami when other people are suggesting New York even yesterday.
So wait. So if they want to send him to what you say the Jets. If they want to send him to the Jets and he don't want to go to the Jets, he'll. If he don't want to go to the Jets, you think he's not going to throw his claws out there?
He can do whatever he wants.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying. It's all about what he wants.
Yeah, but you keep going a specific place, bro. No, it's not a
what
specific
if we don't
place.
want him?
It's about first of all, you're yelling, so I'm going to stop you right now. First of all, it's about going out of Houston. It's not about a specific place. Because if it was about a specific place, it'd be all about San Francisco because the word came out that he's putting out a package. And guess what? He grew up a 49ers fan. So why would he come to Miami if he grew up a 49ers fan? So if it's really about going about a specific place, it would be about them. All you're going off is literally Mort literally jumped in Adam Schefter's comments yesterday and said he might want to, and literally didn't even say Deshaun Watson mentioned it. He literally mentioned his own opinion, no income state tax. Literally, that was Mort's own opinion. That wasn't even from Watson's own mouth. So there's no specific way because you know what? The only quote that matters that anyone should pay attention to that apparently came from Deshaun Watson was what? Cal McNair needs to fire Cal McNair. That's the only thing that's come directly from Deshaun Watson. And that's a quote. And what is that saying? The owner needs to fire himself. That has nothing to do with Miami, San Francisco being traded. He hasn't even asked for a trade? Did you know that? Deshaun Watson and his agent have not even asked for a trade. Literally haven't even asked for a trade.
All I'm saying is the only specificness I'm putting in there because I like the Dolphins.
Everyone knows what a no trade clause is. You don't have to tell the guy who breaks down all 22, literally weekly, what the fuck and no trade clause is and how it works. That's
all I'm saying.
So I know that, but you're still stuck on Miami. When I'm sitting here saying, no, that's great. But what I'm sitting here and saying is, stop putting your fucking eggs in one basket, because the fact of the matter is, it is again 2 months until he can be traded. A, do you know how much can happen in 2 months? B, do you know how many teams can get involved in 2 months, bro? So that's why I don't want to hear this Miami specific. And my problem is when
we talk about it,
that's I'm proud of where you're. You're literally getting a round of applause for where you're from right now, bro. Right from me, directly from Reason. That's fantastic. But the problem is, you got to take subjective out of it, even if you're from Miami, and you got to start looking at shit objectively, which is the problem. Start taking the fan out and start, pipe dream skew reality, because this isn't Madden 21. So literally, you're bro. You've literally ignored everything that was put out there, and we just stuck on that. And I've got people in the chat that have told me to mute you. I just muted you when you were yelling. So I mean, it is what it is. But I mean, my problem with you is I can already tell how you're looking at it. You're looking in a vacuum sense of it doesn't go outside of Miami, and you're playing right into your hands because you're not realizing. No. You're not realizing that your own team is being leveraged. That's what's hilarious about it. Literally, your own team is being used for leverage, and no one understands that. And then when the trade doesn't happen,
I knew that from jump. Because whether it's Tua
so then guess what? I wouldn't get so excited, because by the sounds of it, if you listen to what Greer and Flo said, and if you read the article with Cam Wolf, they want to see what Tua can do with 1 year of getting his body football ready and 1 year of preparing for the NFL. Like I said, they're not going to make a trade where they lose, and that GM is not going to sit there and get robbed. And you sitting there and saying the third and a first next year and like one other player or something, that is like highway fucking robbery. Hey, I'd do that. Fucking right, Joe B. I'm right on board with you. If they'll take the third and a first next year and that's it, bro. Hey, buddy, let's go, bro. We don't even have to use a gun and masks. Let's go, bro. I'll do that. And we can have a battle between Deshaun and Tua. Let's go, bro. But they won't. What I'm sitting here saying is Reason has to sound like the asshole, but Reason has to be the devil's advocate and say, yo, I love what you're thinking, but there is no fucking way in hell they would take that, because we would commit the robbery of the century. Like, fans would be put in handcuffs, let alone Chris Greer and Brian Flores if that happens, bro. I'm telling you, they want a trove, and I think they know they can't. So what they're starting to do, and the reason why that report came out of they're starting to look at what the team might be like without Watson, I think the reason why they're doing that is now they're putting it out there that, we might be open to it. So now they get all these different suitors come, and then they can go to Deshaun. Hey, we got this team, that team. They're all offering these great packages. Where do you want to go? So they can win in the end, and everyone can have it amicably, but it won't be amicable in the end. It'll be messy. But that's what the play is. Deshaun's using us. Deshaun's camp's using us. And now Houston Texans have realized the game, and they're trying to flip it back, save some face, and they're trying to they got 2 months to get a bunch of potential suitors. There's If he's top 5 quarterback in the NFL to everyone's consensus, that means 27 other teams should be inquiring. So out of those 27 other teams, you're probably going to get maybe 6, 7 of packages you really, really fucking like. The problem with Miami, though, is that no one's thinking about is
they have the number 3 pick.
No, Deshaun Watson has put us in a position of leverage. That's the problem.
And that's why we're conversating about it.
And so that's why they might try and look at, hey, because here, if you guys know hockey, basketball, well, especially in hockey, with no trade clauses, what they'll do is they'll say, give me a list of teams you would accept a trade to. And then they'll work off that list. That's how it usually works with no trade clauses. It's usually give me a list of 5 to 10 teams you would accept a trade to. And then we go and we work the packages. Now, they still have to sign off on the trade when they work out a package like that specific trade with the no trade clause. But what they're doing is giving you an initial list of talk to these teams, don't even bother talking to the rest of them. So I don't think Deshaun Watson and his agent, they're not going to give, because you're pigeonholing yourself too, right? If you give a list of one team, because what if the Dolphins don't want to play hardball? Now all of a sudden Deshaun's not out of Houston. So that's your issue you run into. So like Joe B, I totally agree with you too. There is no way in hell he would accept a trade to the Jets. Now, he might, because they did just hire the first Arab Muslim head coach ever. So, they are diverse over there. Joe Douglas.
What did that have to do with it?
I'm just saying.
Bieniemy to get an interview.
Yo, honestly, Joby, I think they're gonna hire Bieniemy anyways, bro. Because I wasn't actually. Here's the thing. I wasn't on Deshaun Watson's side for he didn't get what he wanted. I was on Deshaun Watson's side for this. I was on his side because they spent quote unquote hundreds of thousands of dollars in their GM and head coach search, and that company came back with Eric Bieniemy on their top 5 list and the head coaches, and they didn't listen to them. That's where I was like, okay, this organization, what games are you playing right now? Now you're spending money and you're not listening to the people you're paying. Hey, he's a quarterback. He's a player. He's not a third party paid to do this shit. And they paid one and they didn't listen to him. That's where I had a problem. If I was Deshaun Watson, that's what I would have said. You spent all this money. That's where I would have pointed the finger at them at. But anyways, Jan, Julian, my bad for that rant between me and Joe B. It's just passion. That's all. But Julian, Jan, go ahead, bro. Let's hear what you guys have to think.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah.
I just
There
really
you go ahead.
wanted this whole article to put this whole Deshaun Watson thing at rest. Like, just hearing people keep explaining how they feel about the whole situation, just put it to rest, bro. You're beating a dead horse at this point.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
No, you good.
Okay, good. Go ahead, man. No, from my side, I'm on the same page with this, man. I just want this whole Watson talk to just just go away. I mean, I would have entertained and I would have loved to have a Deshaun Watson last offseason before we even drafted to him. I was even willing. I was hoping to get Teddy Bridgewater and even this guy, Dwayne Haskins from the draft. I was even interested in Drew Lock because I was desperate for a quarterback. But right now, I'm not in those shoes anymore. I'm not desperate for a quarterback. I'm liking what we're doing with our team. We're building a locker room culture, a system. I see what we're doing on the defense, and it's looking to be like a plug and play type defense. That's why we drafted Ibn Agani. If we cannot work out the X deal, which I'm hoping that we do, then we can trade him, get more picks, and we still gonna have an operational defense working because of the system, a plug and play type system. So I'm just liking what we're doing, how we're building this team from the bottom up. And if we get Deshaun Watson, I just think it's too much to give away, based on what we're working on and how we're trying to build this team. So I'm not in it right now. I would prefer to keep Tua and build around him.
I just want to win within our rookie contract, bro. Like,
Well, that's
I
got to
just
be your
don't see
goal,
how.
right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, people want to be paying $40 million a year to Deshaun Watson when we could be paying 20, 15 million to Tua and build a team around him. Look at what Josh Allen is doing right now. He's still on his rookie contract right now. Like, that's what I don't get. Like, people just don't
Yeah,
look
he
at
didn't
the
look that way
financial.
his first 9 games, by the way. Neither did Baker Mayfield, and both of them are in the playoffs, playing significant games.
Well, and look
I
at
just
Tua.
think we need to be a little bit patient.
Tua looked better in his first 9 games than Josh Allen did. Now, I won't sit here and say he looked better than Baker because I remember Baker tied the passing touchdown record in his rookie year when he didn't even play the full 16.
Yeah,
Right.
Baker looked worse his sophomore year too, which was surprising to me.
Well, I hate to be the one that said he was right, but I said the OBJ move was bad, and I didn't like Freddie Kitchens, and now OBJ is hurting out, and they made the playoffs. Freddie Kitchens is gone. They made the playoffs. I think they need to trade OBJ. OBJ, this is what I kept telling people. If you go look at OBJ, where's his best success? With Eli, when Eli was a vet, been around, dealt with personalities, egos, etc. The problem is he's not good for a rookie's head in terms of he tells him, hey, if I've got to step on the guy, throw it my way. And it almost gets locked in a bad habit of, oh my God, I always got to look at OBJ's way. No matter what, I got to make the progression towards OBJ to see if he's open. And you force those throws, and now you can tell Baker's just spreading the ball around, playing carefree, et cetera, et cetera. So, you know what I mean? Like
he just doesn't have that superstar wide receiver where he just has to constantly feed him. It's just getting through my progressions.
Say again, one more time. Sorry.
That like OBJ, he's like a superstar receiver where he doesn't have to keep feeding him consistently. Like he could spread around the ball equally. Like, you feel me? Like,
yeah, the problem is he's one of those guys where he wants the ball. That's what your problem is.
That's what I'm saying. OBJ.
Yeah. Shout out to Cap for Life, $5 donation. Says, yo, I got the case of Mondays bros who got a lighter. This guy. I wanted to get your guys' thoughts on what you thought about the Vince Biegel stuff.
Can you repeat that Vince Biegel stuff? I got in a little late. I'm sorry.
Okay, so if you didn't see, here, let me bring it up for you. So basically, what happened was Vince Biegel, he tweeted, in regards to here, I'll show you. In regards to someone posted, I believe it was Field Yates. He posted a picture of Deshaun Watson in a Miami Dolphin uniform. And then basically what happened was this is the tweet that Vince Biegel deleted. He retweeted the tweet with the Jack Nicholson gif from Anger Management where he's saying like yes, right. So a lot of people are now like, I don't know if you saw me post this, but people took to Wikipedia and they updated his like Wikipedia and stuff. Did you see that or no?
No, I haven't been seeing that. No.
Okay. Check this out.
There's only 2 things that capture my attention right now. It's well, not really 2 things, just one thing, bro. I just can't wait for the draft to begin. I'm happy about the Dolphins being the coaches for the Senior Bowl.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. I just think that we're focusing too much on this Watson thing. I understand he's a great player, but what if he gets hurt?
Bro, you know what, bro? You know where I'm at?
Yeah.
Either make the fucking trade or let me move on with my life. Gee, and I hate to swear, guys, but I'm literally at that point with this, man. So
what if we give up whatever it takes to get him? Right, it's gonna be expensive.
Here's what Dolphin fans updated. Dolphin fans updated his Wikipedia. And this is what they said. He was one of 3 anonymous sources used in a Miami Herald article written by Armando Salguero stating his displeasure for. So basically, everyone's pinning him as a defensive player that was talking about Tua.
Right.
Yeah.
Powerhouse. That's DDW's main guy. He was on one of his videos. He always I saw that. He tweeted him, and then Vince Biegel responded, and then they did a interview. That's great, fantastic. Doesn't change the fact I wouldn't trust this guy as far as I can throw him. Slap, what's good, bro?
At least there's only 3 guys, and not the majority of the team. I can say that. So, But anyways, I too criticized Tua on his bad plays. I mean, there were plays where I'm like, damn, bro, what the hell are you doing, man? Come on, you need to get your confidence up. You need to rip it. You need to let it go. I mean, I was also criticizing Tua here with my wife and everything. But you know, at the same time, I'm also here cheering for him when he makes good plays. So
yeah, but you're also not on the team, bro. And if you read that Armando article, one of the players mentioned to Armando that the team doesn't like players speaking to the media about this kind of stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
He literally said that before he gave his quote. And from what I've gone on to talk to people and understand, that is very much the situation. That they do not. That there are very, very, basically, I was told that information, like Miami information, you know, in the Miami Dolphins offices and locker room is basically treated like Fort Knox.
Mm-hmm.
Like
That's
it is,
a good thing, though.
like with the high, and we should have learned that from training camp when they, you know, there were teams that weren't locking people out, but we were the ones following every single rule to the T and locking people out, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they just don't like, it's that Patriots thing, right? They don't like people knowing what's up. And you know, here's the thing with Biegel. From what I've understood, like previously, this isn't talking to anyone about Biegel, but from what I understood about how they dealt with information and how sensitive they thought they viewed it, Biegel will not be I would be very surprised if Biegel's resigned. Just based off that tweet, let alone if he was actually the anonymous guy, off that tweet, he's probably done. And what's funny is I told all y'all, I said, look towards disgruntled players who might not get re-upped. I said Breda, I said Callaway. I should have thought of Biegel, but I didn't. It didn't fit my head. So
one that I was thinking could have been one of those three is Devontae Parker as well.
I don't think so, man.
Yeah, I think he's the type of guy that will be unpleasant with Tua. I don't know, but
Devontae.
it's just the way I feel personally.
Let me tell you this. What I just said to you, like everything I just said to you, doesn't come from me. Let me put it that way, okay? Like that outlook I have, I was told to have that outlook by someone. All right. So I'm not going to go any further.
Anyways, I mean, if I don't care about these rumors of these three guys. I don't care who they are, actually.
Because those
Parker.
Because the person that I will not name, because the person who could be watching, so I will not name. But that I was told, like, not player specific, but
don't be screaming like Armando. Come on, man.
Can't, bro. That's how you keep sources, bro.
True.
Yeah. All I'm saying is that, you know, it doesn't matter whoever those three guys were for me. If they did break a locker room code, which was set by the coach, then obviously then there should be some type of consequence.
Oh, bro, that. I heard and I can't tell you guys. I heard details. Like I heard details of like interview no-nos, locker room. Like I heard legit details.
Right, of course. And
I was told like you guys would be absolutely shocked by some of them.
And it's healthy to have those type of things in a locker room, especially with the new coaches that we're trying to build here. Yes, I agree. I agree. So the only thing I'm honestly focusing on is, I mean, Deshaun Watson's not going to come in and be the solution for us. Who's he going to throw to? Devontae Parker and Gesicki? I mean, we can bring Dan Marino back and throw to these two guys. We're still not going to get too far, man. If you see what's out there in the AFC with the Bills and the Chiefs. Why are the Chiefs so successful, bro? They got weapons everywhere, man. I mean, you take away.
You know why? Look at what they just did. I keep going back. One of my favorite tackles of the last draft is Lucas Niang. What did they do? They knew Mitchell Schwartz, one of the best right tackles in football. His contract's coming up, so they drafted his replacement a year early.
Right.
That's what you do. That's why I keep telling people. People don't realize how much they value draft picks in Miami. I think, like, look, they didn't start shifting around till the 5th round when it was cost effective and when it didn't cost anything, man. Like like I kept telling people. I had someone tell me
giving up draft
they
picks
were
right
they
now.
were in talks to move up from what were we picking at? We were picking at what? 8? What were we picking at? 18 or 19 last year?
18.
We were picking 3 places, man.
I think it was 19. I thought it was 19 because I thought CeeDee Lamb went at 18.
Yeah, I think CeeDee Lamb went at 18.
I think we
You're
were
right.
19 last year.
Yeah.
So we were talking with the Bucks about going up from 19 to 14 for Tristan because we were going to draft Tristan Wirfs.
Right.
Problem is, and they ended up trading only one spot with Tampa Bay. People wondered, well, why did Tampa only move up one spot? It's because of us and because they knew we were in on it. Problem is, they wanted us to over. Here's the problem: what people don't realize with draft capital. That's why I laugh when people think we're going to get away with these cheap deals. When you have draft capital, everyone knows you have it. When you have a plethora, everyone knows you have a plethora. You can't you can't hide it, man. So that's what they were trying to do. From what I understood, they were trying to ask for a little bit more because they knew they would probably miss out on Javon Kinlaw if they would have fallen back to 19. That's why the Dolphins said, no, we don't want to overpay to move up. And they were asking us to overpay because why? They had a plan, right? They traded DeForest Buckner and they were going to replace him with Javon Kinlaw. So they didn't want to move off the plan, right? So that's what people don't understand how much teams value these, especially us. They value these picks, man. I'm telling you.
Especially having multiple ones, bro, in the first round. Come on.
Man. And look, the only time they traded back in the first was when, from what I understand, was when the Saints took Cesar Ruiz. They got on the horn because that was going to be their pick at 26. And then it happened and they said, shit, move to the next guy that we're okay with. And they saw Noah there and they knew they could fall back. I still think they reached on Noah, but it is what it is.
Yeah. From what I saw this season, I agree.
Hey, I gotta trust him because I know that kid's got a really large season. He's ceiling. He's super athletic. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
He played. Go watch the. You go watch the Gators game, and Van Jefferson took him to house. And you go watch the Alabama and the LSU game, and he was a stud in those Alabama LSU games.
Yeah, he seems to be a healthy, disciplined kid that he can, be worked with. So I guess that's the reason why he's in.
And his parents were athletes, right?
Right, true that. Yeah,
Olympians, I think.
Exactly. Yeah,
Winfield was there at that pick, right?
Say again. Who?
Antoine Winfield Jr.
Bro,
and we missed out on him.
Yes, my safety one was there at 26 and 30.
I hated
my running back one, who some of y'all might remember, Jonathan Taylor, was also there at 26 and 30.
Yeah.
And who was the best who was the best rookie running back this year? Jonathan Taylor. Who was the best rookie safety this year? Antoine Winfield. Who was the best right tackle in the league, let alone rookie?
Your boy.
Tristan Wirfs, who I was telling all y'all last September, OT1, when some people hadn't even heard of the Iowa State Hawkeyes, let alone Tristan Wirfs. And, everyone was talking about AJ Epinesa back then. And I was the one that was like, no. Tristan Wirfs is the one to watch on that team. Just saying.
Yeah.
We missed out.
So I have a question here. I have a quick question. If you about Penei Sewell, who else is out there? Who's under this guy in the tackle position in case that we need one? Who can we pursue?
What, in the draft?
Yeah.
Slater, Darisaw, I like Sam Cosme. There's guys like, obviously everyone knows I love Abraham Lucas, the kid from Washington. He's a true right tackle as well. There's some tackle options. Liam Eichenberg from Notre Dame. The problem is the fall off after Sewell is pretty large.
Right, it's a big gap between the next best offensive tackle or center or offensive lineman.
Yeah,
I see.
So
wide receiver is like the more beefed up one, where everyone's basically like, okay, if one goes, the next one could very well be the number one.
Yeah. Speaking of receiver, did you hear the reports about Devonta Smith?
Yeah, that he's going to the Senior Bowl, something like that.
Yeah, the Dolphins are going to have an opportunity to interview him at the Senior Bowl.
Yeah, because we only have 8 receivers on our squad, and Carolina has 9.
I was seeing tape of Waddle, man. That guy really left me impressed, man. I was seeing Waddle. I'm like, damn, this guy.
Here's my problem, Rashad. And Moten will be on my free agent list. The problem is the money, bro. That's Yeah, okay, Rome, you're right. James Robinson. I'm talking about from the draft, not undrafted free agent. James Robinson was like literally the first ever undrafted free agent to rush for over 1,000 yards. I was just talking about from the draft. Like literally every team missed on him like 7 times over. So I was just talking about from the draft. But you're right, James Robinson for sure. And Wiz, no, I did not say Justin Herbert wasn't good. I had him as my QB4 on my big board. If he wasn't good, he wouldn't have been my QB4. He wouldn't even have made my top 10. I just said what almost every other person who had dove into the tape said. Kid's got the most red flags on film out of all the guys in the top 4. That's all I said. But I had him QB4. So if I thought he wasn't good, wouldn't have been QB4, man. So, and actually I said, if we could get him after 15, I have no problem with that, is actually what I said about Herbert. So let's correct that one.
Herbert can still have a sophomore slump. Just
Baker
did.
Hey, you said it, bro. No one wants to.
I'm thinking the same thing.
And what happened, Slap? Just like
everybody was saying that he was trash.
Hold on. No, what happened to Baker in the offseason of year 1 going into year 2 with his whole coaching staff?
Yeah, it got all
they revamped.
They revamped the whole damn thing. And at least for Baker, Freddie Kitchens was there. Now they're freaking blowing the whole damn thing up. So it's going to be very interesting to see. But he's got weapons, bro.
Well,
he's got weapons, man.
Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt and that offensive line they hide behind. You know what I mean?
Jarvis Landry.
I'm actually not going to judge
David and Goku.
I'm not going to judge Burrow, Herbert, and Tua in a vacuum against each other till like my real actual like other than trolling people, I will probably year 3 is when I'll give you guys. Okay, this is where that guy is. I always say I got to give 3 years.
Yeah,
I always say
fair.
That's how you grab the quarterback.
What up, bro? Look at this man out there ice fishing, bro. What up, Justin?
That's
wow.
cool.
Look at this guy. Bro, you guys need to go follow Justin at JPF Scout. He does all 22 breakdowns, but he just showed you should see the fish he just caught a couple days ago. Like that thing was crazy, bro.
Out here again, getting them rocking. I just missed like a minute ago, but been talking about that Watson thing, like we'll see, but I like the deal you had going down on it, not going in too deep, but maybe just, giving a little flyer out there, see what they might be interested in. But
bro, I can't give them the 3rd or 36 because now I'm sitting here and saying, what did I get for Tunsil? Now I'm giving you your trades back for Tunsil. Like I can give you the 18th, I can give you the 50th, and I can give you a first next year, and I give you a roster player. That's as much and a roster player. Like, do I want to give up X? I know he's from Houston, and I know, but I'd rather pay him because do you want to touch that secondary? That's the backbone to our defense right now, and that's what got us 10 wins.
I agree, man.
And there's not a corner in this draft, similar to L.
Go ahead.
Can I ask you a question?
Hold on a sec. Justin, what were you saying, bro?
Corner out there in the draft.
Of Xavier Howard along with the deal that you said, maybe we offered another like couple picks with like a Baker, maybe they'd take something like that. But I don't want to give up Xavier either, but I think that's what it might take, you know what I mean?
Yeah, see, now we're starting to pluck from like that's the problem we get into here, man. I don't want to start like creating weaknesses because honestly, I like Caleb Farley. I like Patrick Surtain. I like JC Horn, but they ain't X, man. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, pay the guy.
That's what I'm saying. Is it even worth, doing all this for Watson? I don't think so, bro. I think it cost us way too much. It cost us 2 years, man, of hard work, man, to get what we have and give it away right now, man, just for one player. What if he gets hurt? Say he comes in, he gets hurt, man, we're screwed. So I think we just might as well go the safe way and keep our picks, keep our players, try to work with them and
this is the first time our team, man. This is the first time we've ever been in a genuine rebuild. We're clearly following pattern and the blueprint set out by like Buffalo, et cetera. Why don't people want to see that through? Why is it so narrow-sighted? Like, here's my thing. I'll go back to this. Can we give
Watson is that good?
Yeah, but can we give Deshaun Watson D-Hop?
Man.
I'm not giving away all those picks for one player.
We had a small taste of success, and we weren't conform with it. We wanted more this season. We weren't even expected to win 10 games, man.
You know what it is? You know what it is? People want to relive the Marino era. They want to relive where, we got a top 5 QB, but there's nothing around him offensively, and we can't win shit. That's what people want. Oh, yeah, that's great. Oh, I'm going to see the playoffs, and I'm going to be out in the first or second round. That's fantastic. I lived through that for most of my life. Can't wait to live through that again.
Reason, you know you're sounding like PD, right?
No, because kudos to him for finding the word logic in the dictionary right now, because, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. You're going to be stuck with a guy who inflates to $43 million in 2 years. Okay, you're going to give away draft capital for the next 2 years as well. And who's he going to throw to Preston Williams? Well, for what, 6 games, and then he's done. Then what? We're going to have DVP for 80%, and then what, Gesicki, Mr. Round out every route he runs? And who's going to protect him? That's the best part. Now Austin Jackson, and y'all watch me break down the all-22. Now Austin Jackson becomes your blindside protector. Enjoy that life. Enjoy that.
Give up a sack.
Let me know where Watson will be done in 2 years, bro.
Guys, why don't we think about it this way? Why did we give up that premier left tackle in the first place, man, Laramie Tunsil? That's because we already knew that we were bringing in Tua. Don't you guys think about that?
I might as well have given 4 firsts and 4 seconds for Watson instead of giving 2 and 2 for Tunsil.
We knew that our left side not going to be that important anymore. It's the right side.
Guys,
bringing in Tua.
Go back to last year.
Go
back to last year. Not this year that just ended. Let's go back to last year. He had D-Hop. He had Will Fuller. Okay. He had Kenny Stills. All right. He had, I think Lamar Miller was still on the team at that time because he got cut going into this year. So they still had Lamar Miller and they had Laramie Tunsil. Can we offer him any lineman yearly in the same stratosphere as Laramie Tunsil? Let me think. Nope. Can we offer a wide receiver or even let's include the tight ends? Can we include a tight end or a receiver in the same stratosphere as D-Hop? Nope. No. Can we? Hey, when Will Fuller is fully 110%, do we have anyone on our team that can take the top off of defense like Will Fuller? Nope. So you see where I'm going here? We're going to have so many holes. And then, we can still get a pick and, we can get a receiver. Justin Jefferson's don't happen every year. Calvin Ridley took 3 years to become a dominant player at the NFL level. And that was chosen in the first round. And that was as the number 2 behind a double-teamed Julio Jones and learning under Julio Jones. And it still took him 3 years. Right. So you can't start banking on rookies. This is what I'm sitting here and saying. Like we had allowed over 186 pressures this year as an offensive unit. You got to think about this. Deshaun Watson is going to bring that number up. Deshaun Watson is going to bring that number up because a player like that creates pressure on himself the way he moves out and around the pocket. So that number is going to be hitting around 200 with the line we have in front of him right now. And like I said, we only got $37.5 million this year. We got to pay X. We got to put money aside for whoever we draft. Like we don't have a ton of money here. And then next year we go up to 90 million, but we got 2 draft class to attain for that aren't in that 90 million number. We got next year's free agency class not in that number. We got X's money, not in that number. Nick Needham's got to be re-upped, and he's going to get top slot money, and he's not in that number. So I'm just sitting here and saying, we're more hampered than people think because he goes up to his cap hit next year would go up to 35 million. So take that off the 90 million. So that takes it down to 55. Go ahead. Yeah, go.
Okay, because that's the only way I'm gonna talk because you go on your rants, bro. Okay, so basically you're saying that if let's just say we give them the 3rd pick and the 22 and 23 first pick, and we not even that. Just say we give them the 3rd pick and the 22 first pick, and we trade them to them. Are you saying with that draft capital and Deshaun Watson, and you bringing in all this contract stuff, we're stymieing ourselves from being a good team. But and the vice versa, that you're saying with
I didn't say
Tua,
good team. I didn't say good team. We'll be a playoff contender. We won't be a Super Bowl contender.
Okay, so
we're a good team right now.
Wait.
Yeah, we
So
are.
what you're saying is with Tua, year 2 and year 3, and the draft capital we keep, you're saying we're going to be a Super Bowl team.
And the money. And the
Absolutely,
money. See, what you're not forgetting too is
So can I get a yes or no, Miss? Can I get a yes or no?
I think yeah.
Okay, all right.
Because I think here's the thing. Look at what they did. Why were they able to keep the Legion of Boom around Russell for so long? Because Russell was on a rookie contract.
Right.
That's what the play is here, right? That's why they throw so much money at Byron Jones. That's why they're able to pay over $30 million between Byron and X, is because I'm only paying my rookie quarterback $8 million a year for the next 4 years, and then the 5th year option he goes up to what, $10 million, $12 million? So that's the thing.
I'm sorry. So in the next 4 years, we're gonna be a Super Bowl contender.
Yes.
Yeah, gonna win.
That's the plan. That's the plan.
That's the plan. Yeah.
You want to bet a jersey on it now? I'll bet
a jersey on it.
Give me a jersey on that Frozen thing.
Hold on. I'm saying we're gonna go to a Super Bowl.
Oh, okay, all right. Go to Super Bowl. All right. Yeah,
but you're missing the point.
That in 4 years, the next one. Now we got this 3 more years, right?
I think we can make it happen.
Let's put it this. By the end of Tua's rookie deal, Joe B, that's what we'll do. You can have a jersey any of your choice, bro. I don't care.
But that's 4 years, right? He got 3 more years in his contract, right?
Yeah, he's got 3 and then the 4th year option. The 5th year option.
So he got 4 more years technically, right?
Technically.
Okay, so in 4 more years we're gonna be in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Let me ask you guys.
Because I'm hoping to be.
Go ahead, Justin. Go ahead, Justin.
For me, it's a win-win. It's a win-win because I'm getting a good dirt. I want a Nike replica. I don't want no cheap stuff. All right,
dog. Hey, what do you think our window is right now to win a Super Bowl? Right now, as we sit, I know we're in year 2, just finished of the rebuild, but how big do you think our window is from start to finish? From right now, I think maybe we'd be in the middle. Like, how big is our window? 2 to 3 years? Do we have
3 years?
Yeah.
I've been consistent. Look towards the end of Byron Jones's contract.
Right.
But I think our window only starts next year, though. You know what I mean? Because our window only starts next year. You know what I'm saying?
We need to beef up the offense,
So
bro.
it's 3 years.
I just said I think that's what the window they created was Byron Jones's contract.
And
that's why I would I would guarantee X more money this year, and I would tack on 1 more year, because if you do that, it lines up with the end of Byron's contract, and then their contracts end when Tua enters his 5th year option.
A reason. If I were to break it down, when it comes to Brian Flores signing a 5-year guaranteed coaching contract, right? Mm-hmm. Year 1 was a complete uproot of a rotten tree that was the Miami Dolphins franchise, and year 2
it was guaranteed, Martin. It was guaranteed.
5 years guaranteed.
Oh, I didn't know that.
5 years guaranteed.
Idea. Oh, so now my Byron thing actually does make sense. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. That's why I'm.
I didn't know that.
I
played ignorance to that. I did not know that fact.
No problem. But
he locked down that deal.
Okay.
Right. All right. That's why I
jumped.
That's no problem. That's why I jumped in and said, the possibility and the probability of the Dolphins becoming a Super Bowl contender is much higher than we even can anticipate right now, based off of year 1, how it was a complete uproot, shipping off all these big name players everywhere else, accumulating draft capital. Right. And then come year 2, we get our franchise quarterback, right? Boom.
Yep.
Obviously, when it comes to the COVID situation, to his injury, literally a year out, it's such a struggle to kind of throw Tua in this category of, oh, he's a bust, we need to move on, let's trade for Deshaun Watson, when it's like, no, Tua will get better. Tua must get better. Yeah. And Brian Flores has enough of a contract in place to say, I will give Tua that opportunity, because Tua is just built like that.
Well, and here's the thing. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, and also, coming into this offseason, when we clearly see that there's still a rift in the locker room, I anticipate Flores and company and Greer and company to kind of weed out the last line of bad apples that was in the Dolphins locker room, as far as that lingering odor of doubt and they don't need none of that in the locker room. We need guys that are fully committed to the plan and fully committed to the players that we bring in. Even if there's small versions of doubt, we can't have that. Not in year 3 of a rebuild. So Flores knows what's up. We're gonna get it right. And I just anticipate Tua to respond like he's always done throughout his high school and college career.
And I think not enough people are putting stock into the fact that if you watch patterns historically, what do GMs like to do? They like to get their coach, and then they like to get their guy, the quarterback position. Greer's done that. He's got his coach, he's got his quarterback, because we can go back. What were the rumors all the way back in the 2018 draft after that national championship happened? That Greer was running around backstage to anyone who would tell him, saying, I'm going to draft that kid. And he drafted him. So I don't think he's that light to move off of him. Like people like, because this guy has some of the best collegiate film we've ever seen. Anyways, when you go even even further than a GM wanting to put his thumbprint on the team. Listen, look what we did last year with the draft capital and the financial capital, with molding the defense into their vision. Look at how excited everyone is to see now the next year of that defense. Why isn't everyone that excited to see what they're going to do with this financial and this draft capital, to see now what's the vision of the offense they're going to build with Tua at the helm?
Right. Exactly. How our offense is going to look.
The way they drafted and hit it out of the park in the draft and free agency, that should have you hyped that, these guys, screw trading for someone. I want to see what they're going to do with the capital, because if they hit it out of the park, what do I got? I got a bunch of talent on some high contracts, but a ton of cheap rookie contracts. Raekwon Davis, rookie contract. Austin Jackson, rookie contract. Solomon McKinley, Robert Hunt, Tua Tagovailoa, Solomon Ahmed on a UDFA contract. You see where I'm going here? Okay? They're starting to piece it together with these, Noah Benogany. All these cheap we are getting high talent at low cost. That is how you build winners, because you can put guys who in 5 years, they're going to cash out with 12, 13, 14, 15, $16 million contracts, but for 5 years, you're getting them for $6 million.
Right.
That's how you win. The most talent at the most positions at the cheapest way possible. That's how the Seattle Seahawks did it. Guess what? That's even how the Patriots did it. They were constantly always way under. So if a superstar got cut or something happened, they could make a move.
That's the next man up mentality, because everything is a system.
And when it's time to move on, we can use them for trade bait, get more draft capital, and keep doing it the same way.
What do? You let him sign somewhere else, and you get the compensation pick, and then you get like a Nate Solder where he signs for stupid money in the Giants. You get a high pick, and it turns out, guess what? He was only good in our system. Enjoy that one, bud. Now you're a winner, because you're sending guys who are useless to other teams, but you're getting paid off of it with compensation picks. That's when you're winning, man.
Right.
Yeah.
I doubt Tua. I'm not a Tua doubter right now.
We were the epitome. We were the epitome of losers with the Wes Welker move. The epitome of losers.
I'm gonna disconnect here real quick. I'm not a Tua doubter, but say we do arm him with all the weapons, and he does not flourish,
and you can have the conversation.
We can't go wrong anyways, because we can just get another quarterback, and we already have the weapons in place to be successful.
This
so
has
there's
been my
no
whole
going wrong
point.
this way, man.
This has been my whole point with Penei Sewell.
Exactly, and I'm not a Tua doubter. I'm sure he's gonna do well.
This has been my whole point for 6, 7 months, 8 months about Penei Sewell and us drafting him. Make sure that offensive line is better than what it is in in Las Vegas and Indianapolis. So it doesn't matter who the quarterback is, whether Tua doesn't work out, God forbid, whether he gets injured. You can literally put someone else in there. And what can happen when you have an offensive line like that? Average running backs put up 1,000 yards, right?
When you have a running game, we have had no running game in 2 years.
Average receivers are getting separation because our quarterback's getting 3 seconds in the pocket.
Yeah.
Like, okay, like
sure.
this is.
Hey guys,
look,
God bless.
look at all
Thanks
the
for
teams.
having me on.
Have a good one,
Continue
buddy.
your talk there. Thank you.
All right, man.
All right, have a good one.
All right, bro. Fins up.
So this is why the capital means a lot to me, because if we're gonna move off Tua, I want all these players in place. So then when I can move off of his ass, if I have to, I've got all these other pieces in, so it's a lot easier and smoother to transition, and we can go right back to the playoffs. I don't got to start rebuilding and retooling and all that jazz.
I don't know why I don't have zero. I have zero doubt that Tua will respond for some reason. You know, it's just this weird. You know, let it be his faith or what have you. It's just this weird feeling like I don't believe that this kid is going to let himself down or anyone else down in this organization, knowing that everyone is doubting him right now. I just
were you here, Martin, when that exercise physiologist came on the show?
Oh no! I literally just got on like 20 minutes ago.
No, it was like last week. This exercise physiologist, he joined, and he was talking about Tua, and he was talking about the rehabbing process. Yeah, and he was basically talking about how Tua is going to be a totally different player. He's an exercise physiologist. He deals with baseball players. So now he was talking about Tua, and he's talking about Tua. He's like, you can watch when he sets his feet. He's like, he's very like tentative. Like it looks like he's afraid. Like it's all mental right now. He doesn't want to be hit. Right? Like his body's getting used to it because he doesn't trust his body yet, right? It's natural. Like he literally went from no game action to, okay, you're in the NFL, kid. It's been 11 and a half months. Go get him, bro. You got this.
Right. Yeah, I can see the way he was running, man. He wasn't running.
Yeah. He even said that. He said the exercise physiologist, he's like, people don't realize when it's that. He's like, people, don't realize the type of force it took for that injury. And people don't realize the amount of mental trauma that causes. Even if you get over it and are okay, it's still in the back of your mind. He said this will be the year where he can rehab. Like he's not rehabbing his body. Now he can, buddy, he's going to have more. You know, he's already 210 pounds. Watch him come out like 217, 218 from this offseason. He's going to be a brick shithouse. Watch. I'm telling you.
I'm going north of 220.
Yeah, like I'm telling you, this kid's going to look bulked up, man. We already thought his legs were huge because obviously that's where he's focusing the rehab. Now, when he can get his body caught up, I'm like, this is such a key. And that's what Flores said. Year 1 to year 2 is key for all rookies. But, for him, it's going to be, I think, that's why, guys, after the Arizona game, what did I tell each and every one of you? I said, y'all are excited about year 1, game 2. I said, I can't wait till year 2, game 2. And that's because he's got these reps, but his body wasn't even caught up to him yet. Now he's got those reps and his body's going to catch up. Let's see what this kid, I'm telling you what, this kid, you watch, man, you're going to see night and day. I'm telling you right now, watch out.
Hey, I got that feeling, man.
Question.
Wait till he gets on everything he has to do from reads, everything else, and gets a whole training camp, some OTAs underneath him. Watch that underneath him. He's going to hit his ground running this next
exactly.
About 5.
And an offensive coordinator that believes in him.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's the only thing I don't like. He's not going to be in the second year in the system. That's the only thing I don't like.
I'm not a fan of that. I agree with you on that too. See, here's the thing though. You got to add it. We've laid it out. Not only did he not really trust his body, y'all have seen it. Would you trust his receivers? Nope. There were times where we all noticed. Y'all saw the footwork, his ability. I mean, Justin's watched the collegiate tape. He was one of the best in the pocket and climbing and moving around the pocket in the collegiate tape. All of a sudden, you saw bad habits by the end of the season forming where he didn't trust the offensive line, and instead of climbing, he was taking off. And that's not to his game, but that's a combination of I don't trust these guys. I don't trust my body taking big hits, man. So
all in one, dude. You got to get coming at you. Hey, everything's coming a little step slower for me because I'm rehabbing, getting used to the game. He's got to get used to it. Once it all happens and sets into motion for me, running from his life because Austin Jackson is getting across his face and someone's going to blow him up, then he's going to be able to make these reads quick and watch him pick people apart once he gets a little bit of time. We get Penny Sanu and we get Najee Harris at 3-8. I don't even care if we get Watson. I just want to win. And we need to stack the line of scrimmage first. Line of scrimmage first, and then we'll get anything you want because we'll have extra picks.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do is stack the line of scrimmage. That's it. Yeah.
All right, guys, I got to go get my daughter, so let's go through some final thoughts. Joe B, go ahead, brother.
Man, like I said, I'm not a Tua hater. You know that. Come on, man. I was on
Oh,
the
I
train.
didn't call you one. I didn't call you a hater. No.
I'm just, these stupid people in the chat room. Hey, honest, whatever. I trust this organization. I trust it. So if they make it for Watson, it's gonna be good.
Honestly, Joe B, you've heard me and you went back and forth. And I'm actually, at the end of the day, if they make the trade or they don't make the trade, there's nothing any of us can do about it. But at the end of the day, basically what you said sums everything this up. We would all be hypocrites if we've been saying since before Tua came here, since when Tua came here, and if they got Watson, we've been saying the whole time, trust the process. And if we turn our back on that just because he makes a move, you got to trust, because here's the thing. They must believe or know something we don't know if they're ready to move off their guy that they drafted in the top 5 for someone else. So at the end of the day, do I think they should do it? No. But if they did it, I'm a Dolphin fan. I ride with the logo. I don't ride with the name on the back of the jersey. And I trust my coaches. And I have not been this invested since a coach like Flores and a decision maker like Greer since Don Shula. So I trust them. So I agree with you, Joe B.
Exactly.
And Joe B, I appreciate you, homie. I love you, and I love the passion, brother.
It's all good, man. It's all good, man. It's the defense side of the NFL. That's what it's all about. I'm waiting. My whole goal is to wait on this free agency and see where we go from there. I'm trusting this system.
Agreed.
It's a good show, Reason. I'm out, y'all.
I appreciate it. Thank you, man.
All right, bro.
I can't wait till we name this offensive coordinator, because there's some interesting names like Joe Lombardi now, Shane Waldron from LA. If you want to get someone from the McVay tree, obviously if they're waiting on Kafka and Dorsey, you're gonna have to wait a little bit longer because they're playing. So and Dabble's not going to the Chargers. So
you said Joe Lombardi's on the list now?
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying he's out there. He's out there. You could call him, right?
Yeah. I mentioned that earlier.
So.
Having a Lombardi on the team is good luck for us. Just saying.
Yeah. Who's gonna win the Super Bowl?
Honestly, I wanted the Browns to win so bad.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah.
I did too, man.
You know what I want, Justin? If I get Mahomes Rodgers, I'm happy.
Yeah, same. That's a great matchup.
Yeah, my money back.
Now I'm scared them Bills fans are gonna be happy.
You know, bro, I don't know if I ever told you this. Rodgers, since Marino left the league, Rodgers is my favorite quarterback in the NFL. My brother is a huge Packers fan, eh? Yeah. I just had a conversation with my brother yesterday. I said 2 days ago, I said to my brother, I said, would you take Favre over Rodgers? And he actually said yes. And I said, are you crazy right now?
Wow.
I said, oh man, bro, this guy can throw 40 or 50 touchdowns and only throw 4 or 5 interceptions. That's fucking special, bro. Aaron Rodgers is the first ever pure passer, natural specimen at the position, and it breaks my heart every day that we passed up on him, because that's
idiots.
We literally, the team that drafted Marino got Marino'd by Rodgers. Like, think about that one.
Yeah.
Anyways, Powerhouse, let's get your final thoughts, brother.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this offseason. I'm anxious to see who our coordinator is gonna be. And even if we get Watson, I'm a diehard Dolphins fan. So Watson or not, I'm gonna cheer on for whoever's gonna be the quarterback of the season next year. And fins up.
Uncle Slap, let's hear your final thoughts, brother.
Yeah. A lot of fans ain't understanding that our franchise is like a draft pick right now. We have tons of upside. And I'm willing to bet on the upside with the capital that we have. You know what I'm saying? That's the upside to our draft. And by giving all that away to get Watson right now, that's not upside. That's just gonna plateau us right where we're at. So we're just gonna be 2 or 3 games better and stay exactly how we are for the next, I don't know, 5-10 years. And you know, I'm willing to bet on the upside, bro. I like rolling the dice, So
yeah, I don't want to go back to the 7-9, 8-8, 9-7, years. I'm good. Martin and getting 10 wins was a victory. Hitting double digits, no, because look at us hitting 10 wins this year wasn't even a victory for us. It was like, okay, this is year 2, year 3. We want 12 to 14. Martin, let's hear your final thoughts, buddy.
Yeah. So about this Vince Biegel situation. I I any player that goes under the cloak of anonymous, especially when you're talking about not only another teammate but a rookie, is like, come on, man. That's you gotta have some balls, man. Just come out and say who you are. If not to us, at least reach out to Tua and say, yo, it was me, so we can just dispel all the confusion that's potentially about to, storm up in the locker room. That locker room needs to be clean and clear of nonsense. That's just one thing. And the second thing with Deshaun Watson, I was one of Deshaun Watson's biggest fans when he was coming out of Clemson.
Oh yeah,
I loved how he just looked so effortless and was elite at the collegiate level. Yep. So I was a huge fan. However, I just don't believe that this Deshaun Watson at this moment in time, as far as the mindset, can gel well with what we've been building for the last 2 years. I just don't. I love his talent. I love what he does. He's an MVP candidate almost every year, if you ask me. Mm-hmm. But it's not about your ability, man. I believe it's really about how well you can merge with the team and how well you can lead a team. And I don't see that happening here in Miami, to be honest. So I wish him the best. I want him to go to a team that he that believes in him. But as far as the Dolphins, nah, man. Let's just stay on track. Get Brian Flores. Leave him in the Senior Bowl. Let him coach up the Senior Bowl. Let's see what we have in free agency and let's hit the draft running. So that's all we need.
Agreed. Justin, let's hear your final thoughts, brother.
My final thoughts are I'm definitely looking forward to free agency since it's going to come first before the draft, obviously, and then the offensive coordinator who we're going to name. But I'm looking forward to next season. We're going to be even better. We all should be looking forward because we went from being we were 5-11 last year, and then we turned around and we're 10-6 this season. We had the worst defense in the league last year, and we turned around and had one of the best defenses in the league this year. I think the sky's the limit with us, and I'm a huge Tua fan. I think he could be one of the best players ever. We just need to surround him with talent, and I would love to stack the line of scrimmage around him. And like you were saying, if they see something with Watson and they think they need to make the move, we got to stick with the front office. They might see something we don't. We have no clue. But
Agreed.
That being
right.
said, other than that, I want to keep building this line of scrimmage and keep building the dream, keep doing the things and adding weapons to it. And I'd love to get Penny Sanul in the draft somehow, some way. So that being said, fins up. I'll see you guys later. Hope we catch you.
And guys, follow Justin at JPF Scout on Twitter. It's right there. There's 240 of you in the room. Go give him a follow, guys. He does all 22 breakdowns and stuff as well. Yeah, and he'll follow back. And appreciate you, Florida-born, Kentucky grown. It says, as long as the Bills lose, I don't care. Turning into Pat fans. I think he means Patrick Mahomes fans. So shout out to you guys. Fins up. I'll be back Wednesday unless something breaks tomorrow. I'll be back Wednesday. We'll do the free agents. We'll look at my top 10 free agents that I think the Dolphins should be targeting. But until then, guys, smash that like button, subscribe if you're new here, and fins up. We'll see you guys on Wednesday. Have a good day, guys.